Trading is closed on April 6, 2022. Let's start with our disclaimer. Keeps everybody honest. This is my trading plan for tomorrow, April 7th, but I won't be doing any trading. I'm busy all day, and I have not had the usual amount of time I spend to do my analysis. So any trades you make should be at your own risk, and just remember I can be completely wrong. Look for the pattern with the early low. That's this. We had some targets. We had an old, tomorrow should have the early high. We had a target of 45.1066 from April 1st. We get to cross that off the list because we traded through it. This optional target we said might fail. We'll forget it. 45.61.52 is not optional. We thought it might fail because yesterday's pattern was so negative. It did fail, and that gets added to the list. We gapped down, hit lower lows, closed over all the lows. It's a bullish pattern. Either you gap, promptly take out this low, or you'll see higher prices tomorrow. It's not a guarantee that we close higher. During the day, MEJT said ultimately higher prices would print, but gave you an optional lower target as well, and that's all played out. The afternoon gave a buy signal, and that's already been satisfied. So just a review of what we said. Said the commonest thing was a gap and prompt move outside yesterday's range. We certainly got that. And we said yesterday that a lot of people might not have thought it was the pattern with the early low, but today's action makes it pretty clear that that's what that was. We dropped down into the area between the 50-day moving average, and well, here's the 200-day. So we're just right about there, and here's the 50-day. So this is usually a dividing line where you can find support or failure, but the 50 can be somewhat of a support area too, so you can kind of interpret this as support, but if it fails, it's a big failure. This is the E-mini contract. There's a volume spike. These things occur near lows. How much volume was there? Not really as much as I would expect to see at a major low, but it might be enough to give us a bounce. Tomorrow's pattern has the early high. We could gap down. Typically it's a rally day with a final hour high. Failure is a straight line drop. Today was a change in trend day based on other people's work. The low price was a candidate for a low based on other people's work. The volume spike in E-mini was not as high as I'm used to seeing at major lows, but it's still a spike. We gapped down, hit a lower low, closed over all the lows. Unless we gap in either direction and promptly undercut the low of the day, I think we should see higher prices tomorrow. Again, that's not a guarantee of a close higher. I'll try to do a video tomorrow. Personal business. Might not be able to do it, and even if I do it, I won't have as much time as I normally spend. So tomorrow's the pattern with the early high. This is a candidate for a low. I'm still a lot less rosy about the longer term picture than I was a week ago. But we still have this target on top, 45.61.52. Nothing requires it to print tomorrow. But more often than not, tomorrow should be a rally day. And if it isn't, it should be clear early by gapping and undercutting the low. The pattern has the early high, and that's today's call.